Okay, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to July 2019. Are you ready? Yes. Well, this month the topic is freedom, a world that works for all. It used to be a world that works for everyone, but that would only be people, and we want it to be all creatures, all energies, all sentient beings, everyone. So, from the time of our birth, we're taught to look outside of ourselves for everything. Go out there and get a job. Go out there and find a mate. Go out there and make something of yourself. Everywhere we look, we see people who are dependent on outside society for what to think, how to feel, how to dress, how to act. Many who step into the path of spiritual pursuit begin to experience correction in this area of dependence or interdependence day. I call this Interdependence Day. You know, this is, of course, when the United States of America became its own experience, this big experiment, right? But let's take it a step further and let's look within ourselves to depend on what we believe that we truly are. Virtually every message in our society given to us from childhood through adulthood, leads us forcibly away from this natural energy. Trying to think that it is something out there. When we get the right job, when we make the right amount of money, when we get the right mate, when we have the right car, then everything will be all right. What if you are already all right? Woo. What if you don't need anything added unto yourself? What if you don't need to download the latest version? You need to upload it from within. It's already sitting there waiting to be acknowledged within yourself. It's a different perspective than thinking that you don't have it or you aren't enough yet. What if you aren't going to be any more spiritual than you are right now? What I mean is, you're already it. Our whole trip on this plane of existence is to remember who we are. And once we peel away the onion, we start to flourish. We start to embody why we're here. But see, we've been taught that you got to go out and do it. And everything out there goes, go within. Truth is found within. What a different perspective. What sweet wonder awaits us when we come to depend more upon the clear vision and unwavering instructions we may hear and feel from our intuition, God, Spirit, Source, whatever you want to call it, Christ consciousness, Jesus, the Christ, Buddha. That's your business. We don't teach you what to think. We teach you how to think differently. What you believe it is your business. As long as it does not hurt you or someone else, you can believe it's a doorknob. The more we grow to depend on our interdependence, ourselves, and what we are made of, the more we will see that our previous dependence upon society has only been leading us away from our divine inheritance, and therefore away from ourselves. It's so incredible. You know, we come from one into this plane of existence where there's countless energy to return to the oneness, to return to the allness, to return to the separation. You know, we all signed up to forget that we're all one when we came into this plane of existence. Isn't it interesting? Do you find it? It's like, wow, we start as one, and then we decided to have this little trip, this little jaunt through the wilderness, as I call it. So I want to ask you a question. What is your dream? As we learn to focus our awareness on what we do want and remove our attention from what we don't want, and interdependence begins to align itself with the highest intent of our life. So I have 4 ideas to remember. 1, know and be aware of who you truly are. Who do you think you are? Well, Mom used to say that. Who do you think you are? Well, I'm all that is. That was not my response at the time. But I remember when I was just a few months into this teaching, and I found myself on my knees at 2 in the morning because I was trying to figure it out. And I was walking through something pretty heavy. I was crying and I was all alone. I had gotten myself a 1-bedroom apartment across the street from my grandmother. I was help take care of her. And I called my practitioner at 2 in the morning in tears. We've all been there, right? Maybe you didn't make the call, but I did. Because I was desperate and I wanted to know what the heck. Bring that right up. What the heck are we doing here? And I was away from myself. I was outside of myself. And when I called her, she answered and said, "Who is this?" 2 in the morning, right? This was before the caller ID days, right? Dating myself. And I said, "This is Steve from the church." She goes, "I know, but who is this?" I was like, whoa. I called her way too early in the morning, or too late at night. I said, "I don't understand what you're saying." She goes, "Who do you think you are?" And I went back to my teaching, and what they had taught me was that there's only one of us here, and it's all God. I said, "I'm God." She goes, "Now we can talk." Wow, what great practitioner at 2 in the morning would, come just be that alert and awake and aware. Apparently she's gotten these calls before, right? But once I could identify who I was, my healing began. I realized I was not alone. I was one. All one. Alone. It just needs another L in there. All one. Alone. We're so close. We're always one click away from the demonstration or our computer, right? So, know who you are. You are God-informed. Number 2, know what you are thinking when you are thinking it. Choose something and be clear about it. So often, we are controlled by the runaway thinking of our consciousness. We get ourselves into a situation and we just go right down the garden path with it. And my default thinking is, how bad could it get? I don't know why. Maybe some of you have had this experience where my mind used to go to boom, 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 and then I die. Like all the way down, right? And my teaching has taught me, okay, it's okay if you identify that way at first, but turn it around. How good can it get? What's better than the best right now? What's even better than what you think it could be? If God was in the midst of your situation, what would it bring you? What healing could you experience? In such the degree that you would forget what the challenge was. Wow. Something about your challenge may be crying out, "Don't take my challenge from me, it's mine." Because you identify with it. It's become part of who we are. But let it go, man. Let it go if it doesn't serve you. But we must get the healing from it first. If we don't get the message, what happens? It comes around again. Same song, different verse, a little bit louder, a little bit worse. Dun, 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 I'm here again. Once you heal it and get the message, and this is what I would entertain you to do with your challenges, is say, what is your message? Not how do I get out of this? How do I make this not bug me anymore? What is your message? What are you trying to tell me? And heed it and move on, and it will dissipate back into the nothingness from which it came. That's how healing happens. Okay, number 2, choose something and be clear about it. The biggest challenge we have as humans, beings, is that we can't make up our mind. I don't know if that's right for me. I don't know. Make up your mind. If it's wrong, you'll figure it out that that's wrong, and then you can get on to what's right. But make up your mind. And this is for me, because I would not choose. I would just rather be airy-fairy about any decision and not figure it out, because I didn't want to make the wrong decision. So I never moved forward because I never decided. Power of your decision. You know what? If it's wrong, it will tell you. It will let you know. Number 3, have the ability to change your thinking whenever you choose. It's okay to change your mind. How many times have you, well, I've already started in this direction. I gotta go all the way with it. No, change your mind midstream. It's okay. It's okay if you've gotten the wrong directions on your GPS. Turn that thing off and go with what you feel. Go with what you feel. Turn into what you choose. Change your mind. Number 4, wash, rinse, and repeat until desired freedom is obtained. Stop that stinking thinking. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, it's on every shampoo bottle. Wash, rinse, and repeat. And you know, when I came into this teaching, I needed to be brainwashed. Not because I needed to think of, oh yeah, I needed something totally different, but I was so negative that it was a mind bender to think of what positive could possibly come out of life. I was ready to end it all. God, what? It happens. So, wash. That means put new information in. Repent. That means just turn around. Walk in a new direction in your life. So, are you a hostage to your thoughts? I have been. So what you need to do is take control back. Do you feel you have free will? You do. Each one of us does. Excuse me. But at times we feel like we are, sorry, I talk about this stuff, it gets me all choked up. So what is freedom to you? What is your freedom? I'll give you my definition. Freedom is doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, in the style and manner that I choose it.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. What I want to do, when I want to do it, in the style and manner that I choose to do it in. You can come up with your own, but it can be a variation of that. But it's your idea. So where in life do you feel bound or not free to express fully? So if you want to put my first little icon up there. Health. If we don't have our health, we've got nothing. Now I would incorporate spiritual health in that too, but we'll get to that in a minute. But we need to know that we are being healthy in our choices, in our life. I had to grow out of some behavior. I was attracting some challenges because I wanted to escape. If I couldn't deal with it, I wanted to escape from it. Here, I have a master's degree in consciousness. I spent most of my time in life trying to be unconscious. before that, right? Because I didn't want to feel it. I didn't want to be here. Now, all I want to do is feel, be, do, and have, and help others become in contact with that energy. Next is money, finances, abundance. How are you financing your event called life? How are your bills doing? Do you smile and go, oh, a bill came in today. Oh, check that out. They trusted me for another month, man. I'm not gonna wait till the end. I'm gonna send in that money and a little extra right away. I want to get that in the mail within 24 hours. And write thank you and God bless you on the check. Right? So when they get it, they go, this guy's nuts. This is ridiculous. But think about it. Think about it. If you are healthy in your finances, it's a sign of being healthy in other ways. Just like, is your closet and garage clean?
Yeah.
Don't answer. But when everything's in order, your mind is in order. This is why order is God's first law. Right? Order. Order. Okay. Next is your relationships. Your love. And if you don't have a significant other, are you your significant other? Yes, you are.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Your love for spirit. You know, I was telling myself some pretty awful things about how unworthy I was and what a this and that I was. And when I realized in this teaching that every time I say that, I'm saying it to the infinite, I was like, whoa, see Daisy. What am I saying to myself that I'm saying to the universe? And it shuts right down. Because that's what I called forward. When you're damning something in your life, damn those fill in the blanks. You're blocking a part of yourself. You need to turn it around, start loving it. Start sending love to those that would despitefully use you. Yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. It's challenging sometimes though. No, the person that just got you off, God bless you on your way. You can have my ticket, you know? Can you do that? Instead of saying, oh. Next is creativity, self-expression, your life's work. You are a minister. Now, you may not have the certificate to say that you can marry and bury people. But you're a minister of your life. And you better take the reins, or society will, or whatever else you believe. You are a divine, creative wisdom creator of your life. Who picked your favorite color? I had to think about that. I love Green Bay Packers. I had to figure out, why do I love the Green Bay Packers? Because Stevie Gruber down the street from me when I was 8 years old came from Wisconsin and loved the Green Bay Packers. Now I still love the Green Bay Packers, but I also love other teams. But I had to search it down and go, why am I this or that? And have I made the decision to be what I am today, or was it made for me by another energy bestowed upon me by those who were wishing me well? God bless them. And their decision to be what they want to be, I am in control of what I'm choosing to be today. Okay? So, creativity, self-expression, your life's work. What is your ministry? And treat it like a ministry. Right? Treat it like, if you sweep floors, sweep it like people come in and go, whoa, is this a new floor? I can eat off this thing. You know? Whatever you do, make it your ministry so it has that energy of life in it. It doesn't matter if you get paid for it. Being paid and getting a raise is a byproduct of doing a great service. It's like somebody going, I'm going to become an actor so that I can get the Academy Award. It doesn't usually work that way. You do a great job in acting and you may receive an award for doing it. You don't do it to get that, although that may be part of the experience. But you see what I'm saying? You do it because you love it. It's your ministry. It's why you came to this plane of existence. Don't mess this up. I don't want to repeat. I don't want to have to wash, rinse, and repeat too many times. There won't be much left in my jeans. My jeans. Say, okay. Spirituality. All right. You guys didn't stumble in here. You guys just didn't happen in here walking by and it looked like a nice house. They have a garden. You are here by a divine appointment. This is part of your contract that you signed. You are you because you chose to be here. There's no mistake. You did not make a mistake. You are here for a beautiful reason. And I don't know what it is for you, but I'll tell you two things that it needs to incorporate. Love and service. And you get to make the rest of it up. Whatever it is for you. And everybody's going to be different, so don't copy off your neighbor and go, well, they're really good at this and I'm not. That's because that's their ministry. What's yours? What's your ministry? Do you feel bound somewhere? Then what does the opposite look like? What if you were unbound? Can you imagine what freedom looks like for yourself? What would you attempt to do? Here it is. What would you attempt to do if you could not fail? There was no way you could fail. And what if what you're doing right now is what you're supposed to be doing? If you said to the infinite, tell me what I need to be doing right now, and the infinite said, what you're doing right now. You would go, but I thought it was supposed to be this big one. It is a big, grand thing. What you're doing right now is remembering who you are. That's it. So the more we grow to depend upon what we truly believe inside, it will be expressed outside. It's simple, but it can be difficult. So take the work out of it. What if it was all play? So I'm here to help you, to set you free, and that you know you cannot fail. You have never made a mistake. You are not wrong. You are not bad. You just made bad decisions. My mom said, I love you, but I don't know what to do. That's harsh, but it's real. It's real. You know, my mom would say, love enough to send the very worst. I'd be like, what? She goes, a friend will tell you you look fine, but a real friend will tell you you got spinach in your teeth. Think about it, you know? That first friend was just trying to get by. Oh, you look great. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? Spiritually. And I'm asking myself that. What do I want to be when I grow up spiritually? I don't know. But make it up and make it fun. So know who you are. Who are you? From God. Like everybody. You are special. Like everybody else. You're God. Like everybody else. Choose something. The power of intention. Intend it. And if it's wrong, intend it not to be. And intend something else. You have the ability to change your mind in a split second. Sometimes we need to get a book, go to a workshop, attend church, spend 7 years in therapy. There are processes to healing. But whatever works for you. Therapy is good if it's used in the right way that doesn't keep you in the challenge. Going back and looking at what happened when you were a kid may help. But it may just keep you thinking that that's your problem. Let's just look at it rightly. So, the last thing is wash, rinse, and repeat. Stop that stinking thinking. Stop it. Stop it. I tell myself that. So I want to leave you with a couple of quotes today. The first is something called our deepest fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's not our light. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within you. It's not just in some of us, it's in every one. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that's Nelson Mandela / Marianne Williamson. They haven't figured out who exactly came up with it, but it's okay. So, timely, isn't it? So I was looking through my stuff on Dr. Ernest Holmes, and he wrote this thing called A Prayer for My Country, which in Independence Day I think is a great prayer. So I'd like to read it to you. Ernest Holmes is the founder of Science of Mind, and this is what he wrote. Believing in the divine destiny of the United States of America and in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression, I offer this prayer for my country. I know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guide its affairs. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and are the divine heritage of everyone in this country. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. I know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of the people of this country, causing it to know that economic security may come to all without the loss of either personal freedom or individual self-expression. I know that no one can believe or be led to believe that the freedom must be surrendered in order to ensure economic security for all. The all-knowing mind of God contains the answers to every problem which confronts this country. I know that every leader in this country is now directed to this all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem, and each is compelled to act upon this knowledge to the end that abundance, security, and peace shall come to all. And I know that this spiritual democracy shall endure, guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. So it is. Happy Interdependence Day. I know I went over just a few minutes, but stay with me while we do this little prayer, shall we? So as we bring ourselves to center, let us bring to the forefront of our consciousness of what we individually choose to believe that the infinite is to us, that makes sense to us, whatever name you choose to give it, whatever you believe in your heart of hearts it is for you. I know that something wonderful is happening. That as we center ourselves in that divine mind of the creative wisdom of the universe, each one of us is part of the all that is. So I call forth that energy of love, the energy of awareness, of divine inheritance, knowing that as we move through our so-called challenges, something beautiful, healing and revealing is taking place. Even in the midst of the deepest challenge, I know God is right there. And as we turn into the energy of love, as we turn into the solution, as we turn into the healing turns into us. There is an answer, there is a way, there is a resolution, and I know that as we turn towards what we love, that which we love turns into us. For that, my friends, is where the healing begins. As we let those divine circuits flow easily through us, bringing us the new ideas, the new love, the new wisdom that is needed for the healing to take place in this moment. So I grasp it and say, thank you, divine healer, divine love, divine self, for bringing that resolution right here and right now. We live in the healing. We live in the resolution. And we are loved at depth by it. For when deep calls unto deep, deep answers. And it is so good. So I let go. I release this word directly into the living love of mine, where God is doing that beautiful work all the time, without stop. And as we allow ourselves to be washed over with that elixir of love, we become the demonstration of our dreams. So we let it go, knowing it is already so, by affirming it together and saying,
So it is.
Amen. Okay.